Hey, girls, it's your girl Amber. I'm so happy to be with you all today. I forgot to turn something on, so I'm gonna do that right now. But it's Ready, Set, Thrive time, y'all. For those who know me, you already know what it is. If you don't know me, reach out and learn about me at ambermabrythrives.com. I'm gonna turn on my music and we are gonna get going. So, today we're going to be talking very briefly about something I've been working on behind the scenes called Thrive on Purpose Partnership Group. Okay, Thrive on Purpose Partnership Group. What is that? Thrive on Purpose Partnership Group is for women specifically, and it's really going to be a launch board for our 2023 year and, of course, beyond. Why is this important? Many of us are sitting on the sidelines waiting for things to happen, and we really got to get up and recognize it's time to make it happen. So what is Thrive on Purpose Partnership Group all about? I'm going to go really quickly into a few details that hopefully will help you identify if I'm speaking to you and give you a little space and time so you can learn how you can be a part of this awesome partnership group. So Thrive on Purpose will be a 4-week intentional intensive, okay? 4 weeks. So basically starting on December the 30th through January 29th, we will be working together. Yes, together, you, me, and the others that join this awesome group will be joined together so that we can help bring our visions to life. In this intensive, we will go through vision mapping. We will be held accountable, yes, and challenged to help us move forward. We will also have prayer times. We will also have times where we can just share where we're at with different things and hopefully bring resources into the room. This group specifically is going to be for those who are ready to be intentional. Meaning we're not just talking about it, we're not wishing upon a well, we're intentionally ready to take the things that God has put in our hearts and bring them to life. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy, and it doesn't mean that life is going to stop. One thing I can say I have been learning as a mom, wife, mompreneur, and all the other titles that I honestly carry, thankfully, is that life doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And I think for us as women, we have to recognize that truth, but in spite of that truth, still learn how to persevere and push forward. One thing I'm learning is that accountability, oh my goodness, accountability and having right support is such a game changer. It's a game changer. And so I have been impressed on my heart for a good amount of time, actually several years, to create something for women to help us to come together and grow and share so that when life's hiccups and roadblocks and hurdles come across our paths because we are being the mom or the wife or the caregiver or whatever other titles that we may carry, that even in spite of that, we can still pick ourselves up and persevere to bring forth and execute the things God's also put in our heart. And so in this 4-week intensive, again, from December 30th to January 29th, I will be your dream catalyst. Dream Catalyst, that name was given to me by one of my dear friends. Shout out to Jacqueline Turnbull. Many years ago, I started a small group called Vision Defined. Okay, and in that group, we work together kind of in a similar fashion, bringing visions to life. And she kept saying, Amber, you are a dream catalyst. That's your name. You are the dream catalyst. And so today, I'm like, yes, that's it. That's me. And so we'll be working together to help you bring your visions to life. So what can you expect in this 4-week intensive? Well, I'm glad you asked. First, anybody in the Columbus area, any ladies in the Columbus area, mark your calendars for December 30th. 6:30 to 9 is the time frame we are looking at meeting in person. So there is an in-person meeting for anybody here in Columbus. And at that meeting, we will actually be casting vision. We'll kind of have some times of dialogue, connecting, fellowship, prayer to help us see where we really want to go. What are our intentions? What are the motivations? And what are the things that have been dormant for some of us? And some of the things that maybe are not dormant, we just haven't had the time to put our energy and our effort into. We'll align those things. We'll actually do some basic projects, not projects, but we'll do an exercise or so to help us to refine where we want to go. And then that will be kind of the launch board for the following weeks. Okay. For those who are not in the Columbus area, don't worry, we got you. We have a virtual option where we're planning to stream our live event. Okay. So you will be able to participate. You won't have the same experience, but you'll still be able to get the nuggets, the gems, so that you too can create the foundation for your launch board, which we will utilize for the consecutive weeks to follow. And so in these sessions, we will again be brainstorming. We will have actual time to do the work. I call it adult homework, okay? Homework time or adult study hall. Many of us don't execute our goals because we don't have the time, or we haven't recognized how to make our time work for us. So we'll spend some time with time management, getting organized, aligning and clarifying our goals so that we can execute on purpose. Now, don't get me wrong, 4 weeks is not a lot of time to get things done, but again, these sessions rather are for you to really get serious and really, even if it's just to spend 4 weeks thinking about what are the things going on in your heart and your mind and your spirit that you want to really execute. We want to be intentional with this time. Outside of the 4 weeks, we will potentially have additional options and resources that can help you go forward. But right now, we're just going to focus on 4 intentional weeks where we come together to help you get 1 or 2 steps closer to your ultimate goal. Okay, so you may be wondering, what is this going to cost, Amber? This sounds interesting. I know I have been sitting on the sidelines. I know it's time for me to get up, take some action steps so that I can thrive. But what is it going to cost? Well, it's not going to cost a lot, okay? And I know it's a holiday season, but what I want to say is it's time to invest in you. We go out and buy purses. We go out and do all these things, materialistic things that really don't allow us to focus inward. And so invest in you. If you are in the Columbus area and you plan to be a part of our in-person, which will not only include food, gift giveaways, and fellowship, in a very nice space, by the way, that will only be $99. Okay, only $99. If you are only not in Columbus, rather, and not going to be able to be a part of the in-person, or you're going to be in Columbus but you're just not available to be in person, then there is a virtual option. That option is $79. Okay, so 2 options, very fair, and that includes access to our in-person event if you're going to be at that, and if not, you still have access to all of the online activities. You'll have access to our virtual Zoom sessions, our girl talks, and all the rest that will be a part of our 4-week intensive. Okay, so I'm going to run down a few things that I put up here on this board. And then I'm going to tell you guys about how I'm going to give away a few things. That the first 4 to 5 people who actually registered in person will participate, or will be able to participate and receive. Okay? But Thrive on Purpose, we want you to be held accountable rather. We want you to be intentional. You hear me say those words over and over and over. Accountable and intentional. We want you to execute your goal. So the ultimate goal is that by the end of this 4-week intensive, you are able to identify and, for some, clarify your visions. Now, that may be writing a book. That may be spending more time on your self-care, creating a game plan for self-care for this year, 2023, for the new year of 2023. It may be developing your branding, your marketing. It may be these different things, right? But in this 4-week time frame, the goal is that at the end, you can say, man, I see me moving forward. I have completed X, Y, and Z. The goal and the success rate is you've moved forward. Okay. And again, 4 weeks is not a long time, but it's enough time that if we are intentional and we are purposeful, good things will happen. Okay. Trying to see what else I want to say. So here's some of the things that we'll be talking about in these sessions in short. We'll be talking about time management, getting organized, mindset, creating a healthy mindset. What are the ways we can create a mindset so that when the hurdles of life come, we can persevere and push through? We will have steady prayer times, and if that's not something you want to be a part of, that's fine. But we believe here that prayer makes a difference. It does, it does, it does. So we will have those options. We will talk about why it's important to move now. A lot of us have been complacent or procrastinating on certain things for a long time, but now is the time to move. Now is the time to move forward, and now is the time to thrive. So we'll have different talks on that. Also, for those who don't know me, I am a professional designer and marketer. I will also try to incorporate how do you create your brand? What is branding? If you have products or other things that you're aiming to bring into the world or bring into the marketplace, rather, I will be happy to share in some of our sessions what that looks like and maybe just tips and resources on things that may help you move forward with those endeavors. I am going to pause there. Let me make sure I said everything that I have up on this board. I have a lot on the board, but in short, I want to ask that you do a few things. Okay, number one, commit. 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 If you're going to do it, do it. Don't make any excuses. One thing I learned years ago by one of my former pastors was decision is putting to death all other options. When we decide, something awesome takes place. We put our faith, our passion, and our movement all together, and great things happen. So if you're going to be a part of this 4-week intensive, I need you to commit. Let's not play with it. If this is not for you, that's fine. That's fine. But if it's for you, commit. Commit to be intentional. Okay? Number 2, I want you to register. Register. So registration will be short-lived because we're actually going to jump into this on the 30th. We're going to jump right into our first meeting on the 30th. And so if you are committed, I need you to then register. Registration, again, is $99 if you're going to be at the in-person event, and then it's $79 if you're just going to be online. That covers you for everything that you'll get out of these 4 weeks, okay? You can't beat the price, ladies, okay? So with that being said, registration will end on the 28th. But I need you to respond underneath this or text me or inbox me something to let me know who's really interested by next Wednesday. And I'll put out a reminder. But by next Wednesday, I need to know who's planning mainly to be in person because I'm arranging and getting things in order for that meeting, the in-person meeting. I need to know who's committed to coming in person. If you're coming in person, again, it's going to be December the 30th, 6:30 to 9. 6:30 to 9. We will use all of that time. So check your calendar, and if we can come, please, please, please let me know. Okay? Because if we don't have enough people that's coming in person, we'll just shift the whole setup to virtual. So I need to know that. Outside of registration, I need you to plan to execute. Okay, we're not coming here for kicks and giggles. We got social media for that. You know what I mean? We got a fun phone call for that. We will have some good time, but we're going to have some Coach Amber time, which you will be challenged. You might be pressed. You may see another side of me. You've never seen me, even though some of you who joined might have known me half my life. So come in here ready to execute. Why? Because it's your time. Why? Because people are waiting for you to thrive so they can come alive. You know that, like, you are the seed that needs to be planted in the ground of someone's life right now. Your book, your story, your ministry, your nonprofit, whatever it is, somebody's waiting on you to get moving. And so we're not going to play with it. We're going to use this 4-week intensive time to be intense, to be intentional, and be on purpose. If this message connects with you, I'm looking forward to seeing you. If this message is aligning not only with you, but you have been talking to a girlfriend or a brother or a sister, not brother, sorry. Guys, this is not for you at this time. A sister or colleague, rather, please be kind, share. Registration is open. If we have a virtual option, it's going to be open to whomever, but we may actually cut it off at a certain maximum, depending on what the demand is. So don't delay. Register today. Commit, register, plan to execute. Commit, register, plan to execute. I'm looking forward to working with you. Your girl Amber here, your brain catalyst. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's time to thrive. See you next time. And I'm looking forward to seeing these things pop through the registration form. Bye-bye.